Kids deserve safe schools. They deserve safe schools before Uvalde. They deserve them before Parkland, Sandy Hook, Columbine, and every other tragic mass killing of children in schools we've watched for decades on the nightly news. President Joe Biden pointed out in a recent speech that the #1 killer of children in the United States is firearms. #1.
Guns are the #1 killer of children in the United States of America. The #1 killer.
Biden wasn't lying about this. The New England Journal of Medicine released a report in May stating that 2020 was when gun-related deaths overtook motor vehicle crashes as the leading cause of youth mortality. None of us want to lose any more precious lives, but what are the actual options to address this America-specific problem? Well, if you're Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, you give teachers guns. DeWine signed a bill that Ohio Public Radio reported could give teachers guns by the start of the school year this coming fall. This law comes after years of right-wing suggestions like active shooter drills, bulletproof backpacks, and only having one door in and out of schools. Wait a second. One of the suggestions was to have one entrance in and one entrance out of school, basically making young people sardines in the event that a shooting actually happens. And get this, Ohio teachers may only need to train for 24 hours before they get a weapon that could kill the children in their classrooms. Listen, man, all it takes is for this thing to go wrong, really wrong, one time. No, this will not work, period. Here's your common sense moment, okay? The reality is that Black and brown students already find themselves in a system that punishes their existence. They disproportionately go to schools with fewer resources. They have teachers who don't look like them. And oh yeah, they get disciplined at rates far exceeding their white peers. So please tell me how it's gonna make sense to now place guns in the hands of their mostly white teaching force and expect a positive outcome. Don't worry, I'll wait, I got some time. And that's just the racial component. Students already make it very clear that adding a firearm makes the place less safe, not more. Accidental discharges, a student breaking up a fight, a teacher breaking up a fight, a child gets a hold of a misplaced gun. You get the picture. There's so many ways, so many epic ways that this could go wrong. And this is not something targeting teachers, okay? That's a crazy, crazy expectation to put on somebody that wants to teach algebra. I just want to be very clear. Black and brown students already exist in a system where they are punished so harshly that their grades plummet from the stress. The American Psychological Association reported on this very thing last year. How about this? Here's a suggestion. How about one thing that we do is we start to improve how we understand student mental health better as a country. I do student reports for a living. I do reports and build evidence with students. And in the 5 or so reports that I've done, you know what's come up in every single article, every single report that we've done? Students have made an active call for better mental health. We need to make sure that we're taking care of our babies because we owe them so much better. These suggestions, even the ones that I laid out, it won't solve everything, but it can help identify young people and adults on campus that may be struggling mentally, and then maybe some of these shootings could have been avoided. Maybe we could have preempted some of this stuff. Maybe we could have pulled somebody to the side and got them the help that they needed, because we could have prevented at least one of these mass shootings. Man, it would have helped out so much. Students are telling us what they need in their own words. But right now, they need us to be adults, they need to feel safe, and they need to be able to learn, and our educators need to feel safe, and they need to be able to teach. The one thing that does connect all of us as a country, regardless of how you vote, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of the color of your skin, one thing that I will give this country credit for, and I will hope, and I will say this with optimism, is that we all collectively mourn for the precious lives that we lost, and it's time to come to a solution. This has been another episode of Common Sense with Dr. Charles Cole III. Peace.